10 countries travelers should be careful visiting in 2026. Introduction. Important travel warning: traveling to new countries is one of the most exciting experiences anyone can have. Exploring new cultures, tasting different foods, and visiting historical places can turn an ordinary trip into a lifelong memory. However, not every destination around the world is equally safe or easy for travelers. Some countries are currently dealing with political unrest, security problems, strict government regulations, or social instability that can create unexpected challenges for visitors. That does not mean these countries have nothing beautiful to offer. Many of them have incredible history, stunning landscapes, and fascinating cultures. But in 2026, travelers should approach certain destinations with extra caution and preparation. In today's video, we're going to look at 10 countries where travelers should be especially careful when planning a visit in 2026. Some of these destinations may surprise you, and the last one on this list is known for having some of the strictest travel rules anywhere in the world. So before you book your next international trip, make sure you watch this entire video. Let's begin. Myanmar is a country filled with ancient temples, rich traditions, and breathtaking landscapes. For many years it was considered one of Southeast Asia's hidden travel gems. However, the political situation in the country changed dramatically in recent years after a military takeover that created widespread unrest across many regions. Because of this situation, travelers may face various difficulties such as transportation disruptions, security checkpoints, sudden protests, and limitations on communication services. In some areas, internet access can be restricted and local conditions may change very quickly without warning. While certain parts of the country may still receive visitors, it is extremely important for travelers to stay updated with international travel advisories and to carefully research the regions they plan to visit. Venezuela is home to some of the most impressive natural landscapes in South America. From dense rainforests to powerful waterfalls and beautiful mountains, the country has enormous tourism potential. Unfortunately, economic struggles and political instability have created serious challenges within the country over the past decade. Many cities have experienced rising crime rates, and visitors sometimes report problems such as theft, unreliable transportation systems, and shortages of essential services. This does not mean that every area is dangerous, but travelers need to be extremely careful when choosing where to stay and how they move around the country. Hiring trusted local guides and avoiding isolated areas, especially at night, can significantly reduce risks. Haiti is one of the most culturally vibrant nations in the Caribbean. Its music, art, and historical heritage make it a fascinating destination for travelers who are interested in culture and history. However, the country has recently faced severe political instability and increasing levels of organized crime, particularly in major urban areas. In certain neighborhoods, gangs have gained strong influence, which has made daily life difficult even for local residents. For international visitors, this means that independent travel can be risky without proper planning. Most travel experts recommend visiting Haiti only through organized tours, staying in secure accommodations, and constantly monitoring local safety updates. Afghanistan is a country with deep historical roots that stretch back thousands of years. Its landscapes include towering mountains, ancient cities, and historical trade routes that once connected Asia to the Middle East. Despite its rich heritage, the country continues to face major security challenges and political uncertainty. Tourism infrastructure is extremely limited, and many governments strongly advise their citizens against traveling there. Visitors who do travel to Afghanistan must deal with strict security conditions, restricted movement in certain regions, and a lack of reliable transportation or emergency services. For most travelers in 2026, this remains one of the most difficult destinations to visit safely. Somalia has an incredibly long coastline along the Indian Ocean and possesses a unique cultural identity shaped by centuries of trade and migration. However, the country continues to face ongoing challenges related to security and governance. Some regions have experienced terrorist activity and armed conflict, while others lack stable infrastructure that tourists typically rely on. Although a few areas are slowly improving and rebuilding, travel to Somalia still requires extreme caution, detailed planning, and strong security arrangements. Because of these factors, many international travel agencies currently avoid offering tourism packages to the country. Yemen contains some of the most unique architecture in the Middle East, including centuries-old cities that look almost untouched by time. Unfortunately, years of armed conflict have severely damaged infrastructure and created a humanitarian crisis affecting millions of people. Airports, roads, and basic services have been disrupted in many parts of the country, making travel extremely complicated. Even experienced travelers would face significant difficulties navigating the country safely. For this reason, tourism to Yemen has almost completely stopped, and most international authorities strongly recommend postponing any travel plans there. Libya sits along the Mediterranean Sea and contains remarkable archaeological sites left behind by ancient civilizations. Roman cities, desert landscapes, and historical trading routes make it a place of enormous historical interest. However, political divisions and internal conflicts have created an unpredictable security environment. In some areas, travelers may encounter armed checkpoints, restricted zones, or rapidly changing local conditions. Because stable tourism infrastructure has not yet fully returned, planning a safe trip to Libya requires careful coordination and awareness of local developments. Ukraine is famous for its beautiful architecture, lively cultural scene, and historic European cities. However, the ongoing conflict with Russia has significantly affected travel conditions across the country. Certain regions remain active conflict zones, and airspace restrictions have changed how international travel operates in the area. Although some Western regions may appear calmer, the overall situation remains unpredictable. Travelers considering visiting Ukraine in the near future should closely follow international updates and government travel guidance. Iran is one of the most historically rich countries in the world. Its ancient cities, stunning mosques, and welcoming traditions have attracted travelers for decades. However, visitors must remember that the country operates under very strict legal and cultural rules. Activities that may seem normal in many Western countries, such as certain forms of public behavior, photography in restricted places, or political discussions, can lead to serious legal consequences. Travelers must respect local traditions, dress codes, and government regulations at all times. Being informed about the rules before arriving can prevent misunderstandings and ensure a smoother travel experience. North Korea at the top of this list is a destination that many travelers find both mysterious and fascinating. North Korea. Unlike most countries, independent tourism is not allowed here. Visitors must travel with government-approved tour groups and follow a very structured itinerary. Tourists are accompanied by official guides throughout their entire stay and are not allowed to explore freely on their own. Photography rules are extremely strict, and certain locations or subjects cannot be photographed at all. Even small violations of local regulations can lead to serious legal problems, which is why travelers must strictly follow every rule provided by their guides. Because of these restrictions, visiting North Korea is very different from traveling anywhere else in the world. Conclusion. Smart travelers stay informed. Traveling internationally can open your mind to new cultures, ideas, and unforgettable experiences. But responsible travelers always understand that every destination has its own laws, risks, and realities. Before visiting any country, it is always wise to research current conditions, check official travel advisories, and respect local traditions. Doing a little preparation in advance can help ensure that your journey remains safe, enjoyable, and memorable for the right reasons. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more travel insights and global topics. And in the comments below, tell us, which country on this list surprised you the most? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.